Hey everyone, welcome to another Rope for a Cue video, and a pretty special one this time. Eagle-eyed viewers may have seen me on TV this week. I submitted an entry via Twitter to the BBC Pots Against the Clock Challenge, which if you've been watching much of the World Championship coverage on the BBC, you'll see that mainly during the afternoon coverage, they'll get a pro or a former pro to try and do colours clearance against the clock and sort of see how good their time is. They've had a lot of DNFs because, frankly, they only get one attempt, which means that they do miss, but they've also had a couple of good times. And they've been inviting people at home to try it and submit an entry. So I thought, it might be good to see how fast I can do it, and also it might be good exposure for the channel. And to my amazement, at about 1:45 on Tuesday afternoon, they actually showed my attempt. What I'm going to do is I'm going to risk a copyright strike from the BBC, and I'm going to show you it again. So I've done a little bit of editing to improve the viewing experience. The original broadcast just showed the Twitter post with the video playing in the background. I will bring that forward so it shows in full screen and you can see the full attempt. But I've left the commentary, the BBC pundits talking about it in the background. So here we go then. Hopefully the BBC don't mind me doing this. And I've never shown much in terms of content from snooker on the TV. I know a lot of other channels do and seem to get away with it. So hopefully the same will be the case for me. Anyway, let's have a look and see how it played out.
You happy with that, Karen?
I was, but now I've realised the time. Now I'm pretty disappointed. The cue's done in now.
Well, you're only allowed one attempt, unlike you at home, because we've been encouraging you to try, and whatever size table you like, to have a go at this. Now, I'm not sure of this fella's name, but his Twitter handle is Rope for a Cue, which is rather appropriate. Mine is Lasso for a Cue. And we asked you to send your efforts in on social media. Now, look at this. This fella's going well. He's got the sneakers on. He's moving around here, Stephen. It's not bad at all. He's got the clock going.
A long blue.
Well, yeah, rather
That's
like rather like Kyron here. And this is a very good effort.
I like it because the cue ball's not travelling from blue to pink a long distance.
Well, it's very late at night. It's practically candlelit in there, so he's obviously had a few goes at this. And Kyron, look at this.
High black.
Very nicely done. So
impressive.
There you go. So
Yes, you heard that right. Stephen Hendry just called that impressive. And that is audio that I'm probably going to play back every time I go to the snooker club just to get me in the right mood, because I was very pleased with that. I just want to tell you a bit about the context of the attempts. Essentially, I think Hazel says something along the lines of it's the sort of wee small hours in terms of it being like late at night, and I've done loads of attempts. Well, she's half right. This was actually Sunday afternoon. It was about 1 in the afternoon. That's just how dark my snooker club is, I'm afraid. It wasn't candlelit or anything like that. It's just dark. There's no windows at that end of the club. And the windows at the other end of the club, they put blinds down. So it's just very dark when there's nobody else in, unfortunately. In terms of like how many attempts it took me, I probably tried it for about 45 minutes. I would guess that I got maybe 5 or 6 successful attempts, one of which was a fluke, which if you follow me on Twitter, you'll have seen I posted that up as a laugh. And I probably got about 4 or 5 others, which I wasn't timing in the room at the time, so I didn't know which was going to be the fastest. It just worked out that one that I'm showing, which was actually my last attempt before I gave up, was the fastest by quite some way, actually. I think a lot of the attempts would think the best one after that was just under 40 seconds. So in terms of the timing, you may notice it doesn't look quite right, and that's because I didn't realise at the time that it's actually counting frames on the video and not milliseconds. So my time is 33 seconds and then the number of frames. So it's not quite as fast as it looks, but still. Anyway, I was still happy with just over 33 seconds. They would say there was probably about 30 attempts in total over the 45 minutes, and I was pretty happy with that. It seems like my colours clearance practice paid off, and I'm slightly famous. Pleased with that. I'm going to do some more of these. If in future snooker coverage they ask for videos and submissions and do challenges. I know ITV did one earlier in the year for reverse colours clearance, but I didn't see that until it was too late for me to actually submit an attempt. So I'll just keep an eye out for it. Anyway, I'm going to go back and watch the World Championships, and I'll see you in the next video.